What's up, YouTube? It's Austin again. I haven't made a video in a couple of days. As you know, my mother went to the hospital on Christmas. She's still there. She's in ICU. But the reason I bring that up is because a couple of days after she went to the hospital, my cousin, I was over at my mother's house. My cousin told me that I still had a present underneath the tree for my mom. So, and if you know my mom, it's real hard for her to adjust to my transition, and she's trying a little bit, and I give her that. It's frustrating because I've given them like 6 months um, to try to, adjust to it. And so, anyways, I went and picked it up out from under the tree, and it said to Austin. Um, it was surreal, and it hurt me because my mom didn't get to see my face, whenever I saw that, because she is trying, and she's in the hospital, and, I can talk to her all I want, but she's not going to hear me because, they sedated her and kind of induced her into a coma, for right now. Because she has pneumonia and a lot of other health issues. Her kidneys aren't working very well. She's got MRSA in her blood. So, it was really awesome. It was really cool for me, except I couldn't tell her thank you. So, a lot has been happening over the last couple of days. I don't have a whole lot of support from my family. I was in a town down south with my girlfriend, trying to get my girlfriend's dog back, and these people that had taken her were so stoned out of their mind that they didn't even know where they had taken her. They didn't even know where the dog was. So we had to figure it out. And while we were down there, I get a phone call from my dad, and he said, whenever you can get to the house, come here because everybody's here and I need to talk to you about your mom. So I asked him what was going on. He said, no, it's okay, just I need to talk to you about your mom whenever you can get here. So I told him I'd be there after the dog issue was taken care of. Not even 5 months, not even 5 minutes later, my sister texted me, come home now, like 10 exclamation points. And keeps texting me, trying to get me to rush home. So she wouldn't tell me why. So I rushed home. My girlfriend, our dogs, and my family doesn't like my girlfriend. I'm not going to go into that, but they don't like my girlfriend, and she's technically not supposed to be over at the house. But if my dad was going to tell me something that happened to God, I can't talk today, had happened to my mom, I wanted her to be there. I wanted my support to be there. So anyways, we walked in, and my dad didn't say anything. It's my dad's house. He didn't say anything about it. The entire time he was trying to explain to me, I was getting mad because my sister had worked me up over nothing. My dad just had a bad feeling. Like, the doctors didn't say she's got so much, so long to live, and her progression is not, going downhill. My dad just had a bad feeling, and he wanted to tell us, that he had a bad feeling about it. And my girlfriend was sitting there trying to, help him calm me down. She wasn't trying to cause problems or anything. So, at this point, my sister comes in and starts talking crap and trying to make the situation about her, oh, I was closer to mom, you don't care about her, you don't care about her. And I try to completely de-escalate the situation. But, I said, you don't have to be like this. Whenever something like that's happened to somebody that you care about, especially your mom, that's the time that you need to come together, not talk down and be crappy to other people, just because you're upset. And so, anyways, I tried to talk to her, and she wouldn't talk to me, and it became physical. So my dad tried to separate us. My girlfriend stood in the hallway to make sure that I didn't get hurt, with her arms crossed. My godmother decides that she wants to tell her to get out and puts her hands around her throat. And at that point, I completely forgot about what had happened between my sister and I jumped on my godmother. Because I'm not going to let her sit there and choke my girlfriend, you know, godmother or not. And she doesn't even support me. Like, we got the cops, or my sister called the cops on everybody because she can talk the talk, but she can't walk the walk. And she wants to start stuff, but she can't finish it. And, you know, when my godmother and sister were talking to the police officers, my sister seriously said this. She said, she, because she thinks that she's a man. That was totally not necessary. The only person that stood up for me, aside from my girlfriend, you know, in my transition, was my dad. And I just recently told him, you know, and asked him to start calling me Austin, and, you know, saying he, because I don't ever see him. And I've treated him the worst. Out of everybody. I haven't treated anybody like crap, but I've treated my dad pretty bad, because he did something to my mom while she was in the hospital previously that wasn't cool, you know. But even talking to the police officers, you know, he said she, and then caught himself and he said he. In front of somebody, you know, in front of a stranger. He didn't care what he looked like to them, because it's not his decision to make, but he respects it. And it's crappy, because my aunt, you know, my godmother, after all was said and done and the cops left, you know, she's sitting there texting me, you know, saying that I was dirty, and how could I go so low as to attack her behind, you know, from behind her back, and that, oh, a man with a pussy, that's sad? Really? You know, man with a pussy, that's sad. So I made a comment about her son that's in jail for helping out a Mexican drug cartel. You know, and then she came back with, well, at least he has a dick. So I text her and I let her know, you know, she can say all that she wants to about me, and that she's full of bullshit and lies, because I'm pretty sure she had been telling my sister and I that we were the only daughters she never had, and that she supported us and loved us no matter what. Except she's sitting there talking shit about my transition, and she won't ever call me, you know, he or Austin. Whenever Bree was standing up for me in this whole argument while everything was going on, she would be like, well, I don't give a fuck. She's always going to be my granddaughter or my goddaughter. Doesn't matter what you want. I'm not doing this for you. I'm doing this for me. But I told her she can have her opinions. She can have her opinions, whatever. I won't have her in my life. But if she wants to continue making comments that way, then I can take her to court for libel. So she had nothing to say to that. But, you know, and I almost got taken to jail because, you know, at that point I didn't give a crap. My sister has the emotional capacity of a 5-year-old. She cannot hold her anger, and she likes to make stuff up and call people names, even when they're not being rude to her. And my parents have always made me be the bigger person and walk away. And I'm tired of doing it. She's 21 years old too. You know, she's an adult. Why does she get away with it? And right in front of the cops, I said that I'd beat the shit out of her if I got a chance. In front of the cops. Yep. I don't ever get that mad. I'm not a mad person. I'm a mellow person. Everybody thinks that I'm stoned all the fucking time because I'm so mellow. I've never touched a drug in my life. But anyways, that's what's going on, you know. And my dad isn't taking anybody's side, and I really respect him for, you know, supporting me, because he's the only one. But, you know, and we shouldn't be doing this because of my mom. Like, my mom would totally not approve of this. So, anyway, that's all I've got. I get my shot here in the next couple of days. So, kind of looking forward to that. I don't have it. Well, I'm going up to Hooters tonight to see my girlfriend because she works there. And I'm going to spend New Year's up there with my buddy and her while she's working. So, anyways, you guys have a happy New Year's. Hope yours is better. You all have a better day. Alright.